the sky surfing champ. After a few hundred jumps, she was hooked and entering competitions all around the world. To pursue her dreams, Tanya gave up her day job as a second-grade teacher. Eventually, her persistence and hard work paid off. After winning a silver medal at the World Cup in Portugal, Tanya went on to become the best American female sky surfer. That means being able to do outrageous twists and turns while heading towards the ground at speeds of up to 120 miles an hour. It's an amazing sight when this wild woman soars. Tanya takes to the board with ease and makes her moves look absolutely effortless. Although this sky surfing sweetheart may have her head in the clouds most of the time, when it comes to competing, her feet are firmly planted on the ground. Don't let this 45-kilo, 5'1" frame fool you. Rochelle Ballard is the gutsiest woman on the World Surfing Tour. Tackling waves 4 times her size in water usually only surfed by men, this petite power surfer has made a huge splash, making herself right at home in giant waves. Her need to compete was inspired by the neighborhood boys who used to say she couldn't handle the big breakers. Nowadays, Rochelle can probably teach them a few tricks. Rochelle made women's surfing history by scoring 2 perfect 10-point tube rides in an Australian pro tournament. Her ability to cover over 50 yards had her rivals calling her Rochelle Barrels Ballard. Her talent has made her an international star, as well as the second highest paid female surfer in the world, thanks to a deal with a major wetsuit company. At 27 years old, Rochelle is willing to push the limits, taking her surfing abilities to the extreme. And if there's one thing this pint-sized pro is not afraid of, it's an enormous wave. Don't go away, we'll be right back with our POV of the week.
At the new time, 9:30 tonight.
Are we back on separate bank accounts?
No, Richard, we're on to sex. At last.
So how do you like it? In the shower? In the car? Or any way it comes?
Would you like to go out with me?
But when it comes to having a vibrant, fulfilling sex life, there's just one thing that always gets in the way. Crash Burn at the sexy new time, 9:30 tonight on 10.
The secret of frizz management.
My hair was so broken and dry and brittle, I never knew what to do with it. I had pokey, uppy, thinnish little fuzzy bits.
Frizz can be caused by weak hair that breaks, but Pantene's Pro V formula helps repair unhealthy looking hair, making it up to 80% stronger in just 10 days.
And now, my hair keeps getting stronger day after day. And because it's stronger, it's smoother.
Frizziness is a thing of the past.
Pantene, that's the beauty of health.
We ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life.
Tactical narcotics team displaying finesse and subtlety. What was subtle about your work today?
We didn't do all of that. We did some of it.
Well, I was at a family barbecue.
Bad Boys 2 in cinemas now.
Mega Rugs and Flooring Centre now opening at Shop Floor 2 Parramatta Road, Granville. Next to Doors Plus. Lounge size rugs from $79. Large quality hand tuft from $149. Save on latest 2003 design rugs. Quality lock system French laminated timber flooring in all colours 22 a metre. So hurry, don't miss out. Only while stocks last at our grand opening sale. Mega Rugs and Flooring Centre. Shop Floor 2 Parramatta Road, Granville.
You may have been promised a great deal on your home phone, but is your telephone company stopping you from getting great rates all the time? With Optus, you get the same great value capped rates any time of the day or night, which means you can feel free to call family and friends whenever you like, with no surprises when you get your bill. So to catch up without being caught out, shouldn't you move to Optus?
Well, that's all we have time for tonight. I'm Kimberly Joseph, and I'll be back here next week with another action-packed half hour. We leave you with our POV shot of the week, that marvel of single-mindedness, Ray Bowman, as he continues his relentless quest to make it into the record books. Good luck, Ray. We'll see you next time.
This program proudly brought to you by Vodafone, proud sponsors of the Scuderia Ferrari Formula One team. Michelin, discover a new driving experience. Shannon's, special insurance for special vehicles. And Panasonic, ideas for life.
Welcome to our coverage of the United States Formula One Grand Prix, second last round of a wonderful World Championship. There is only one of the three title contenders who could possibly win the championship in this round, but things would really have to go his way for him to do so. So it looks like it'll go down to the wire in the final round in Japan. But we welcome once again Neil Compton for his expert comments. It doesn't get much better than this.
No, top of the morning, William. It's very early, but what a tremendous event we're going to have this morning, and really setting up a fantastic finale to this year's World Championship, which so far has been an awesome contest.
Let's look at the championship points. We'll explain it for you. Setting it up for the second last round, Michael Schumacher, of course, is leading, but not by much.
Look at those tiny margins. Michael Schumacher with 82 points from one. Pablo Montoya 79. Here's the constructors. 141 plays 137. So plenty of battles within battles, and an awful lot to talk about this morning in terms of the way things may unfold from not only this event, but also the grand finale at Suzuka, which will back up onto the back of the Bob Jane T-Marts 1000.
And we pause for a moment now to reflect on what a wonderful championship it's been. We'll look at some of the statistics that we can boast from a revolutionary year, but a pretty successful one from the view of the officials.
And what a difference 365 days makes. 8 different winners so far this year, 6 different pole sitters, 5 different drivers having recorded fastest laps. Ferrari have had the lion's share of the action, 6 and 7, and by virtue of the pole position at Indy yesterday, Michelin have just edged ahead in the tyre competition. 7 and 8 plays 7 and 7 for Bridgestone.
Now, we arrived here, of course, after the round of Monza, where Michael Schumacher staged a very strong fight back. The championship was much closer at that point. Michael did recover some ground as we look at the highlights from that particular round, where Ferrari, of course, was expected to do well. This was one that, had they not won, they would be in serious trouble with the Tifosi. That is the the starting problem with Fernando Alonso running up the back of one of the other cars. And this was the key to the race, Neil, and this chicane.
That's correct, and really this little battle here in the opening lap between Schumacher and Montoya pretty much determined the motor race. Bad day for Cristiano Di Mater and for Toyota, with the left rear deflating on his car, pitching him into the gravel. Barrichello had a pretty quiet day, but nonetheless made his way onto the podium, but it was Michael victorious in the end. His 69th win, his 5th this year, the 6th for Ferrari, 82 points. Taking him into this particular round. Montoya second and Rubens in third. Big comeback for those guys. They really needed it. They were in particular under great pressure from the Italian press, who murdered them after the disaster at Hungary, so they needed that, and it really opened up the game once again.
Well, following Monza, there was a tremendous amount of testing, a very demanding schedule that, of course, the major teams imposed on their drivers, because there hasn't been any testing at the final 2 rounds, this one and, of course, Suzuka, not being European rounds, of course, and that does put that wonderful question mark on this conclusion to the season.
It does, but one of the things that's curious about testing is that everybody raises their game, and it's almost as though the status quo remains the same despite the millions of dollars that get expended. When you look at the grid, you analyse who's gone where. After these extraordinary numbers of kilometres that have been recorded since the last event in Italy, and not a lot changes, so they all make gains and they all send you information and say, hey, look at this, look what we've done. But there's some fascinating statistics in all this. For example, Ferrari operated across 3 different circuits on 9 days between Italy and this weekend, using all of their drivers. In particular, there's a battle, of course, going on for 5th in the manufacturers at the moment. So BAR and Toyota, for example, Toyota did 7 days, BAR did 5 days, stretching across 3 and 2 circuits respectively. In fact, 8 of the 10 Formula One teams have tested since the last round. The only 2 teams that haven't tested are Jaguar and Minardi. And it's interesting this weekend because Jaguar are very much in their parent company's own backyard, because Indianapolis not too far from Detroit.
And Jaguar get the opportunity to test at this particular round, defending that position of 5th in the constructors with BAR and Toyota right in the battle. Let's have a look at where we're heading. I think you know it. Doesn't come much more famous in motorsport than the Indianapolis Brickyard.
Right in the heart of the Midwest, 4.1 kilometres this track, which functions in and around the Great Speedway. 13 turns, 73 laps tonight. 75% race distance will be 55 laps. Just mark that in your mind in case we have dodgy weather. Last year, that controversial result with Rubens and Michael and Ferrari playing games. Look at that sky. Few showers, 5 to 12 degrees, winds from the west-northwest at 10 to 20 kilometres an hour. This circuit's on the low end or the medium end of downforce. It's abrasive on tyres in the bowl because, Billy, they run backwards through what is in fact turn 1 for the speedway. But when you get to the infield, it's very smooth and very easy on tyres. And in fact, one of the quotes that I mentioned earlier, well, it was yesterday, I was going to say today, on RPM, was the director of engineering for Renault, Pat Simmons, reckons that when you race at Indy, it's like racing at 2 circuits in 1 weekend, because the compromise required between aero and straight line speed is enormous, and different people have gone about this job this weekend in very different ways. For example, Montoya recorded speed trap times that were as much as 17 k's up in a straight line by comparison to some of his nearest rivals, but that essentially means he's probably carrying a little less wing. We know the BMW's got a lot of grunt, but that may in fact then require some sacrifice in the infield. Lots of different ways of going about the same problem, and you're going to see lots of things unfold in relation to that tonight.
Dare I say it, at this time of the day, Wine is banking on picking up a pass or 2 in that particular part of the circuit.
Too early.
It is too early for that. Let's have a look at some of the shots from our practice and warm-up before the Saturday qualifying. The weather, as Neil mentioned, has played quite a strong hand in this weekend already. The times were dramatically spread on Friday, weren't they, Neil, because of the varying conditions?
Well, the Friday morning test session was in actual fact dry, but then Saturday practice was a combination of wet and dry, mostly wet, and then we had a wet-dry qualifying. But not only that, the track conditions are changing because of it. The rubbers are being washed off, or other support category cars have been on the circuit to change the configuration of the grip on the circuit. For example, on Saturday qualifying, it was massively windy, and people were reporting that their cars were stable and and functioning well in the warm-up lead-up to qualifying, and then it all turned to you-know-what come qualifying. For example, Mark Webber, who had a tremendous run on Friday, he was P3, really struggled in Saturday qualifying. He was actually the fastest in Sector 2 on Saturday morning's practice, and then just couldn't repeat because the conditions changed. These cars are very fine-edge tuned when it comes to setup. It doesn't take much to shift them.
Well, the order for the Saturday qualifying was quite mixed because of that Friday session, and the times compressed a lot as well. Let's take a look at the action. Jacques Villeneuve improved from 16th to 12th, hacking his time down to the 1:13s in far superior conditions. The first driver to see big gains, though, was Olivier Panis, who gave Toyota one of their high points of the season.
This should go comfortably fastest then for Olivier Panis.
Frentzen and Fisichella struggled in his wake, but teammate Cristiano D'Amato lifted a couple of spots. After Jenson Button, the first of the championship contenders came out, Kimi Raikkonen. He said after Friday he wasn't concerned about letting 8 drivers follow him on Saturday. That's cool.
And Kimi Raikkonen goes fastest.
Panis loses P1, but how far would he fall? Michael Schumacher was coming out. He had missed the morning practice after his car stopped on the first lap. He was noticeably angry about that. It didn't seem to matter as he matched Raikkonen through Sector 1 in spite of mistakes, but it fell away quickly.
Unfortunately for him, it's not gone according to plan.
Fernando Alonso could not lift much on his Friday position, and David Coulthard lost ground. It may have been his warm-up spin, but there were plenty of those. Juan Montoya was next. He had lots of crowd support, and they revved him up as he charged around, apparently running less wing than Raikkonen. Maybe that's why he clipped a curb.
He goes across the line and he's third.
Could Ralf Schumacher get amongst them after his enforced break from racing? He too was spinning in the warm-up, but he gathered his composure when it counted, enough to push Michael further away from Kimi and Juan. Mark Webber's Saturday blues continued, but the car was completely different to the one that was so fast on Friday. Only Barrichello and Trulli to go. Rubens did pretty much what Ferrari had hoped, throw himself among his teammates' rivals. Trulli had been waiting for repairs after yet another warm-up crash, and they couldn't complete the setup in time, which unsettled him. It was a very ordinary lap by the standards he set on Friday.
Let's see, out of 13 then comes Jarno Trulli. It's not going to be the long drift or pole position for him.
The grid had changed dramatically, and only 4 seconds separated the field this time. Raikkonen reckons he's found a good balance between downforce and speed. Barrichello may be the key to the race if Michael can't free himself from further down the order. Toyota loves Panis, a new high for the team, and his best starting position since Argentina in 1997. Montoya a couple of hundredths away, but row 2 is good, especially with his teammate behind him to keep Michael away. Toyota was also impressed with D'Amato, who might be running heavier than Panis. Big news is they and BAR are ahead of Jaguar. The Saubers had been making good progress through the morning session and warm-up, but they lost ground again when it mattered. Of the last 4, the usual setback from being first on the road. It doesn't get easier. Well, it doesn't get easy for the title contenders either. Let's have a look at the scenario now that we mentioned at the top of the show. Michael, of course, is the man who can possibly win the title this weekend, Neil, but as I said, a few things have to happen for that to take place.
And those things are that Raikkonen needs to be 3rd or worse, and Montoya needs to be 6th or worse. So Michael could pick up his 6th world title this morning. I keep wanting to say tonight if he can do that, but it might be a pretty tall order from 7th. There's going to be a lot of traffic and a lot of difficulty in trying to get through all kinds of games that I think are going to be played in this race. And I think also that if it rains, depending on how wet it gets, we're going to see great variance in tyre performance.
Well, I mentioned it in the qualifying story that there are, as you say, games that could be played with Ralph behind Juan, of course, protecting him from Michael, but of course Coulthard's up there, Kimi's teammate. And then you have the 2 wildcards, Panis and Trulli, who
couldn't care less about the World Championship.
Absolutely, and could do anything. And Rubens, of course, will be there to try and help Michael in some way, I'm sure, even though the definition of team orders now is rather spurious. But getting back to Trulli and Panis, Trulli in particular did not perform extremely well because he had that upset in the warm-up crash, and they didn't get the car quite ready for him, and he may go better than that particular...
Yeah, this is it again. He fired it off This was in the Saturday warm-up just preceding qualifying, and that car and driver combination had been extraordinarily quick throughout the weekend. He was fastest in the Friday morning practice, fastest in Friday practice, and then fastest Friday qualifying, and then continued his strength through the early part of Saturday, only to end up in the barriers at the critical time. And then when they tried to turn that car around for qualifying, it just wasn't right, and he's ended up 10th. But again, he's got great performance in that car, and he had a real edge in the early part of the weekend, so there's a possibility that he could get in the game. Indeed, his teammate could as well, and Alonso's in there as well.
Well, we added a new segment to our Formula One telecast. It's called Show and Tell. Neil's brought in his ashtray here, in fact, that he keeps in his dining room. You idiot. Of course, we don't smoke, but anyway, Neil, this is fascinating, particularly so now with the weather changing. The tyre battle is going to be very good.
Yeah, well, we thought it was appropriate to bring this in. This is a rear tyre from a Georgian, in fact a Bridgestone, pretty obviously, and there was all that discussion in recent weeks about the Michelin and whether or not the tyre was in fact legal. The area that was being discussed, and we may have mentioned this on RPM today, is this shoulder of the tyre where the tread face meets the wall. It was alleged that Michelin had arranged the construction in such a way that they were able to use this part of the shoulder of the tyre, extending effectively the tread width by between 10 and 15 mil. And one of the things that's extraordinary about this tyre is just how soft it is in the sidewall. Same with the front tyres on these cars. They're really just amazing and incredibly light. I mentioned this on RPM as well. This is 13.8 kilos. Think about that in terms of 4 of these, and it's just over 50 kilos. Total weight of a Formula One car, including the driver, is 500 kilos. So wheels and tyres equate to 10%. It just tells you how light some of the other components are. We know engines are 90 odd kilos, drivers when they're dressed are 75, 80 odd kilos, so you start subtracting out these things and you realise that the dainty bit that they sit in is astonishingly strong and light.
Well, we've done some number crunching. We'll do some comment crunching after the break because Mark Webber will have something to say about this race. We'll come back with more from the United States Grand Prix.
The series return you've been waiting for. Over 2 big weeks starting 8:30 Tuesday, we return to Jamie's Kitchen for brand new episodes.
Are you completely stupid?
If you thought starting the restaurant was tough, wait till you see who's reached boiling point.
So I really need that food. Yeah, that's not legit. One table walked out without paying, which is outrageous.
You'll never guess who stuck it out and who just freaked out.
Learn how to be shouted at.
The all-new Return to Jamie's Kitchen, 8:30 Tuesday.
Do things you never thought possible with colours, sounds and pictures. All in one place, only on Vodafone Live.
Taste the music with Pepsi and get stickers of your favourite pop stars with every 600ml bottle. And have a chance to win the Pepsi Party Pad. Pepsi, dare for more.
Experience. Imagine being part of a pit crew at this year's Lexmark Indy 300. Lexmark is giving you the chance to experience the thrills and spills of the pit with one of the top champ car racing teams. Plus, take 3 lucky mates to catch the action from the grandstand. The prize includes return airfares, luxury accommodation, and an exclusive car fanatic pack. To enter, call 1902 555 613 and tell us in 25 words or less why you want to be part of the 2003 Lexmark Indy 300.
The more you know about New Mobil One, the better it is for your car. Introducing new Mobil 1, the power to perform.
You have a passion for Pontiacs? Do you go potty for Packards? Do Rovers get you revved up? Do you go dirty for Daimlers? You love to titubate Toranas?
Shannon's shares the passion with car enthusiasts.
With a great value, choice of repairer and lifetime maximum no-claim bonus protection.
So call Shannon's for a quote on insuring your special vehicle.
1300 139 006.
Mega trade-ins, huge deals. We gave $1 million for a Datsun minus 1% interest rates.
Annoying, isn't it? Look, all we do is Sydney's best deals on Sydney's best cars, four-wheel drives and new Daewoo. If you bought your last car a four-wheel drive from Sydney's best, you'll already know this. If you didn't, well, you could have done better. See you next time.
And get stickers of your favourite pop stars with every 600ml bottle. And have a chance to win the Pepsi Party Pack. Pepsi, dare for more.
Welcome back as we continue our coverage of the USA Grand Prix. And when they're not talking about the weather at Indianapolis, of course, they're talking about what the drivers might do in 2004. That's the fun part as we get to this close end to the championship. Neil Compton, the silly season is, well, just as silly as ever.
It sure is, and I think a lot of it's just silly. What happens, I think, is the journos sit around and after they've discussed what may or may not happen in the World Championship, they begin to daydream and they conveniently put people where they think they might fit, but I don't know whether it's in fact reality. There's a lot of discussion going on about whether Montoya's going to McLaren, but we hear that all of the key players in fact do have contracts, and as I said earlier in the day, everything in this life tends to be for sale. It just depends on the money involved. That's how you break contracts, otherwise end up in court. So the big question, I think, is what's going to happen in 2005. We know that there's going to be a lot of contracts up for a renewal at that point. I think then there'll be quite a shuffle. There may be something weird jump out of left field, but I think at the moment a fair bit of it is if, but, maybe.
Well, the latest strong argument was that Flavio Briatore would not allow this shuffling of drivers that would get Webber over to Williams because he might want him at Renault.
Yes, that's right, and he manages him, so why would you let one of your key guys get out of your grasp, particularly if he's got something in mind for him at the expiration of, for example, Trulli's contract, which is another year from now. So, look, it's very difficult, unless you're one of the drivers. I've been behind the scenes in this stuff, unless you're actually one of the two parties involved, the team manager or whoever it is, the team owner and the driver, nobody knows the truth of these things other than those that are very, very close.
We'll wait and see which uniforms they're wearing next season. That's the best thing to do about the whole situation. Now, Jeremy Shaw obviously had all that rumour talk in mind when he caught up with Mark Webber after qualifying at the Brickyard.
Mark, you've been doing so well in qualifying this year, and you seem to be on great yesterday, third fastest in the first session, but struggled in that final qualifying session.
Yeah, the track was at its hottest as for the whole weekend, really. Obviously, we do a lot of running in the morning here, and the qualifying session itself was the hottest that had been all weekend, so we just struggled with the balance, to be honest. I had a few moments early in the lap, and it just wouldn't handle the amount of load I was trying to put through it, so it was a bit frustrating. But we've done okay in qualifying, like you say, for most of the year, and working on the race performances has been a key issue. The one lap's normally looked after itself, but today we struggled with balance massively, and we suffered.
Now, coming into this race weekend, I think most people thought Bridgestone would maybe going to have a really competitive tie here. That doesn't seem to be the case, and particularly today, it's been relatively cool here compared to what it has been like here in the past, but still it seems to be a Michelin track so far, at least.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. I think the regulation change, if you like, Michelin being punished for good technology, let's say, it doesn't really make a huge amount of end, I don't think, because Monza was always going to be quite a strong circuit for Bridgestone, I think, and if you go back to Budapest or Magny-Cours, we go back to the tracks where Michelin were very, very strong, I think you'd see the same results. I mean, a couple of mil here and there is not going to be the difference between like Michael getting lapped in Budapest.
It has been a very closely matched grid, all the way through the weekend, and we're still not quite sure what the weather is going to do for the race. If it's wet, are you going to struggle big time?
It'll be a tough afternoon in the rain here. The grip level is probably a little bit lower than the other teams on the Bridgestones, let's say, but there is a window also where the Michelins work a lot better than the Bridgestone. So it's if it's full wet, I think the battle is maybe a little bit closer. If it's greasy, then I think they have an advantage in Bridgestone. And then when you start to get a track which is about 6 seconds off, 5 seconds off, just going to grooves, the Michelins are stronger than the Bridgestone. So if you have all four of those conditions tomorrow, then it could be interesting. But it could be sunny. I mean, we've had everything here this weekend. It's been amazing.
Now, once again, Mark, you're the centre of attention this weekend in terms of the news. A lot of rumours going around that maybe Montoya is going to trigger a big switch on here, and there's word that maybe you might be moving next year, despite the fact you've got a contract. What do you got to say to that?
Well, I'm driving for Jaguar next year, and that's all I can say, really.
Great, Mark. Thanks very much.
He's driving for Jaguar next year. Now, there's a lot of scrambling going on in pit lane, Neil, as we get ready for this race, because the weather has, in fact, turned a little nasty at Indianapolis.
Yes, and these are now shots from the grid at
Do things you never thought possible with colours, sounds and pictures. All in one place, only on Vodafone Live.
What do you get from the petrol that cleans your engine? Power at your command, just when you need it. From the petrol that cleans your engine as you drive, Shell Optimax.
I've got to find it. Is it in the sight or is it behind it? Body and soul.
You have a passion for Pontiacs? Do you go potty for Packards? Do Rovers get you revved up? Do you go dirty for Daimlers? You love to titivate Toranas?
Shannon's shares the passion with car enthusiasts.
With a great value, choice of repairer and lifetime maximum no-claim bonus protection.
So call Shannon's for a quote on insuring your special vehicle.
1300 139 006.
The leaves on the trees, they are so crowded today. You got the birds and the bees, you got the sun in the way. When the sun comes out, I'm calling you out to play. Now when the sun comes out, I'm calling you out.
Michelin, discover a new driving experience.
This program proudly brought to you by Vodafone, proud sponsors of the Scuderia Ferrari Formula One team. Michelin, discover a new driving experience. Shannon's, special insurance for special vehicles. And Panasonic, ideas for life.
You're gonna see a bigger show than this?
You dream it!
Tuesday, the smooth Tony Bennett and Katie Lang with our Yankovic. And the next big Aussie things, Jet, a rock and road live, 9:30 Tuesday on 10.
Welcome to Dodo! Dodo, I'm ready to move up to broadband internet, but I don't want to spend a fortune.
Well, I'm your dad! My broadband internet plan with unlimited downloads is just $29.90 a month for the first 3 months. With broadband, you can talk on the phone and use the internet at the same time.
Wow, unlimited broadband for just $29.90 a month for the first 3 months? Dodo, that'll save me heaps. You really are my hero.
Gotta fly!
Do things you never thought possible with colours, sounds and pictures. All in one place, only on Vodafone Live.
The leaves on the trees, they are so crowded today. You got the birds and the bees, you got the sun in the way. But when the sun comes out, I'm calling you out today. And when the sun comes out, I'm calling you out.
Mission: discover a new driving experience.
Want to make your car look like new again? Well, now you can with Turtle Wax Colour Cure Car Polish. The breakthrough formula masks superficial scratches. Use the chipstick for deeper scratches. Turtle Wax Colour Cure. Also available Turtle Wax Car Wash and Wash with Wax.
Taste the music with Pepsi and get stickers of your favourite pop stars with every 600ml bottle. And have a chance to win the Pepsi Party Pack. Pepsi, dare for more.
The boys are back.
Go, go! Push it! This has got to be the worst, most emotional cop week of my life. Yeah, it's been a little rough.
Martin Lawrence, Will Smith. Bad Boys 2 in cinemas now.
Dodo, your broadband internet plan with unlimited download rocks.
Yeah, at $29.90 a month for the first 3 months, it'll save you heaps.
Plus, I can surf the net and chat to you at the same time.
Gotta fly.
Dodo, internet that plays.
It's role play to help office communication.
I wanted to talk to you about that promotion. Really feels the moment.
No, Dad, I can't be who you want me to be.
All new Skid House, 8 o'clock Wednesday. You've seen a lot of home improvement shows, but nothing like this. Premiering 8:30 tonight. The hottest new show out of the US comes to 10 exclusively.
Oh my God.
Meet the Fab Five. They're turning losers living in squalor.
Oh my grossness.
Into babes living in style.
Yo, aside from the blood, it looks really good, clean shaven.
This isn't just a renovation show. It's a transformation show. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy premieres 8:30 tonight.
Do things you never thought possible with colours, sounds and pictures. All in one place, only on Vodafone Live.
The leaves on the trees, they are so crowded today. You got the birds and the bees, you got the sun in the way. But when the sun comes out, I'm calling you out today. And when the sun comes out, I'm calling you out.
Mission: discover a new driving experience.
Rotten forklifts down again.
Well, fix it.
No, it's gone this time. We're gonna lose the whole catch.
Call Crown.
Call Crown? It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
So?
It's not even a crown.
There is nothing like a crown.
Crown will service any truck, anywhere, anytime. There is nothing like a Crown.
You have a passion for Pontiacs? Do you go potty for Packards? Do Rovers get you revved up? Do you go dirty for Daimlers? You love to titivate Toranas?
Shannon's shares the passion with car enthusiasts.
With agreed value, choice of repairer and lifetime maximum no-claim bonus protection.
So call Shannon's for a quote on insuring your special vehicle.
1300 139 006.
What do you get from the petrol that cleans your engine? Power at your command, just when you need it. From the petrol that cleans your engine as you drive, Shell Optimax.
the date go? She said I could come back any time and have a look at her freezer drip tray. I love romance.
At the sexy new time of 9:30 tonight, they're all gagging for it.
You could always ask out the first man who shows an interest.
But the girls have got some stiff competition. It'll be a night of wild, unbridled passion.
Where did the sex go to your marriage? It didn't. You said it did. Oh, you mean with my wife?
On Crash Burn, 9:30 tonight on 10.
Do things you never thought possible with colours, sounds and pictures. All in one place, only on Vodafone Live.
Bridgestone.
What if human beings were only limited by their imagination? What would we be capable of? Is that real?
We have an intruder.
You seen all this?
The detail I'm getting is fantastic.
Bring him to me.
Get the hell out of there.
Game's on, boys.
Now, how do you rate this lineup, Terry? Well, it brings together three of the crowd's all-time favourites. The first is a true original, no question about that. The second has the ability to outstrip any rival. Yeah. And that number three just pops up all over the place. So with plenty of others in support, do you think this lot's hard to beat? Oh, absolutely.
KFC's famous favourites. It's the winning combination.
The more you know about New Mobile One, the better it is for your car. Introducing New Mobile One, the power to perform.
You have a passion for Pontiacs? Do you go potty for Packards? Do Rovers get you revved up? Do you go dirty for Daimlers? You love to titubate Toranas?
Shannon's shares the passion with car enthusiasts.
With agreed value, choice of repairer and lifetime maximum no-claim bonus protection.
So call Shannon's for a quote on insuring your special vehicle.
1300 139 006.
Bridgestone.
Do things you never thought possible with colours, sounds and pictures. All in one place, only on Vodafone Live.
Game's on, boys.
Now, how do you rate this lineup, Terry? Well, it brings together three of the crowd's all-time favourites. The first is a true original, no question about that. The second has the ability to outstrip any rival. Yeah. And that number three just pops up all over the place. So with plenty of others in support, do you think this lot's hard to beat? Oh, absolutely.
KFC's famous favourites. It's the winning combination.
BF Goodrich Tires. Take control.
Have a passion for Pontiacs? Do you go potty for Packards? Do Rovers get you revved up? Do you go dirty for Daimlers? You love to titubate Toranas?
Shannon's shares the passion with car enthusiasts.
With agreed value, choice of repairer and lifetime maximum no-claim bonus protection.
So call Shannon's for a quote on insuring your special vehicle.
1300 139 006.
This program proudly brought to you by Vodafone, proud sponsors of the Scuderia Ferrari Formula One team. Michelin, discover a new driving experience. Shannon's, special insurance for special vehicles. And Panasonic, ideas for life.
A city in the grip of terror.
Anthrax. Is it true you're looking for anthrax?
But the thing about to really get under Goran's skin is Australian.
We all have our off days.
Thursday, in an all-new episode, is she a sweet Aussie victim?
Please save me.
Give me your hand.
Or poison of the strongest kind?
Is it everything you imagined?
Is the super cool Goran about to lose it?
You just listen to me! Just listen to me now!
All new Criminal Intent, 8:30 Thursday.
Bridgestone.
Do things you never thought possible with colours, sounds and pictures. All in one place, only on Vodafone Live.
What do you get from the petrol that cleans your engine? Power at your command, just when you need it. From the petrol that cleans your engine as you drive. Shell Optimax.
Anybody who has an adventurous spirit, Alaska's a place for them. I have the best job in the world. I daily take people places no one's ever been before. Alaska really is the last frontier. Oh yeah, Jack lives here.
Warning, the following scenes will be recognised by some viewers.
You send that all for the US? Oh, there it is.
Hey Ernie, phone, it's urgent.
Yeah, righto. There's got to be a better way.
There is the Crown Rack and Stack system, your one-call solution to warehouse chaos. For just $13 a day, you get a Crown lift truck, racking and a bonus hand pallet truck. The total warehouse package, Crown 131604.
Is running out.
We have an intruder.
I can see the vault.
I'm gonna put it on DVD.
Are you seeing all this?
I'm just reviewing.
Don't stop recording.
I can do that while I'm recording.
That's amazing.
At Rossitano, there's never been a better time than right now to purchase Italy's best exported furniture, all 30 to 50% off. Rossitano's huge showroom offers one of the largest ranges of modern and traditional imported Italian furniture. If you're looking for furniture for the bedroom, dining or lounge room, look no further than Rossitano, the home of beautiful designs. Everything reduced by 30 to 50%. Open 7 days. 240 Pitt Street, Maryland, next to the railway station.
Bridgestone
helped me, and the team did a good job helping me.
Perfect.
Fascinating situation. Yeah, Heinz said it all. Pretty good recovery for them, and Kimi looks as you would look when you are so much up against it to win the championship in the final round.
Yes, but as I said before to you, Billy, you can never count anything out in motor racing. It is still possible while the theory exists. Anything's possible. As you well know, we've seen weird things happen before, but certainly Michael and Ferrari have taken the heat out of the situation, so they've got a very commanding position at the moment.
Okay, let's look ahead on your hub of motorsport. And there is plenty to come, of course. The final round of the Formula One Championship is on your screens directly after we finish the Bob Jane T-Mart's Bathurst 1000 on October 12. That is going to be one amazing day of motorsport. It'll be a great day at Bathurst, and that final round of the championship is still something to look forward to. On behalf of Neil Crompton, we thank him as well, and everyone else in this early morning program. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you'll catch up with us next time. Bye for now.
The series return you've been waiting for. Over 2 big weeks starting 8:30 Tuesday, we return to Jamie's Kitchen for brand new episodes.
Are you completely stupid?
If you thought starting the restaurant was tough, wait till you see who's reached boiling point.
So I really need that food. One table walked out without paying, which is outrageous.
You'll never guess who stuck it out and who just freaked out.
Learn how to be shouted at.
The all-new Return to Jamie's Kitchen, 8:30 Tuesday.
Network 10 advises you that the following is a paid presentation.
This is a paid program, proudly brought to you by Custodian Wealth Builders. Financial success is a choice you make in life, and the moment you commit to your own success, you enter a world of purpose and opportunity, a world of untold wealth.
Untold Wealth has helped me, first of all, to grow my business, motivate my staff, and help in my own personal development. I couldn't more highly recommend Untold Wealth.
It's something that I urge you to investigate because it's not only educational, it's just the greatest fun.
Untold Wealth has made a huge difference to me. It's made a big impact on my staff. Everyone I've talked to, I recommend they've got to do it.
I'm Michael Quinn from Custodian Wealth Builders. For the past 10 years, I've been a professional television presenter. In the next half hour, we are going to look at a truly incredible educational program called Untold Wealth Success from Scratch. This amazing program has literally changed my life, both financially and I've even changed my career. You see, I was earning excellent income, but really not going anywhere. And unfortunately, that's the case for a whole lot of us. So what is it to create wealth? Well, let's check it out. And how's this? According to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, less than 2% of Australians will retire wealthy. Worse than that, over 90% of Australians will retire on an income below the median wage. I'm proud to present Untold Wealth Success from Scratch, as it truly has the proven potential to enhance our lives through the benefits of wealth creation and becoming financially free. Untold Wealth is an all-Australian product. All of the people appearing are totally unpaid and have set goals and created wealth. This remarkable product is the result of an incredible Australian's life's work. His name is John Fitzgerald, and you may remember him from the ABC's Australian Story. John has made wealth, created wealth, and shared it through his results-driven and inspirational Toogoolawah schools. John is totally committed to teaching Australians how to duplicate and create wealth and how to retire wealthy. It is my pleasure to introduce the founder of Custodian Wealth Builders and Toogoolawah Schools, Mr. John Fitzgerald. G'day, John.
Michael, it's always great to see you. Michael's like a star student as far as I'm concerned, because a year ago, as Michael said, he was in a different career. Came along and said, how can I organise myself financially? And now he's completely turned himself around, as you're going to see. Michael and I can build wealth, but can anybody build wealth? We've got over 1,000 clients who've created more than $100 million worth of their own personal wealth. Now that's not paper money or money managed by a fund, that's their own personal wealth, their own personal portfolios. And really, Michael, that's what makes Untold so successful and so special, is their own personal portfolio.
That's what it's all about. Anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it. You know, look at this house. I moved into this house when I was 30, nearly 10 years ago.
Absolutely love your house.
It took me a year to build. I was a 17-year-old who left school, hitchhiked to Queensland with a backpack and $200. No formal education, no academic education. And I actually wrote Untold Wealth for simpletons like me to try and explain the basics of how you start with nothing and end up with amazing wealth well beyond your dreams, well beyond your greatest goals. And that's what's so special. Anyone can do it.
That's the fantastic thing about Untold. It's easy to understand and anyone can do it. And in fact, the results, well, they've been totally amazing. So why don't we go back and revisit what we covered with Untold Wealth.
What I learned from Untold Wealth was to create an A-team. So I found two other people that were like-minded, that had something to offer. We got together and started looking for opportunities out there. We found a block of land, we put an option on that block of land. Our initial outlay was $10,000. Within 2 years we closed the deal and we made $600,000. And that's what Untold Wealth teaches you. It teaches you to look out for the opportunities and take action.
You know, Michael, I've created my wealth out of property. And the majority of Australians who have actually created wealth, despite what people think, have done it out of property. But it begs two questions. And the first question is, how much money do we need in our retirement? And that is, how much income do we need to provide for ourselves? But the second question, how much capital do we need to actually provide that income? And here's the real glitch. 9 out of 10, let me say it again, 9 out of 10 Australians are going to retire on an income below the median wage.
John, these are alarming statistics. I mean, for a lot of us, we're going from pay packet to pay packet. How do we start? How do we create wealth from scratch?
We create wealth from scratch having 3 ingredients: the knowledge, the skills, and the tools. You need those 3 things: knowledge, skills, and tools. Let me tell you one quick story. I once bought a property on $1,000 deposit for $270,000. I'd resold the property for $650,000 before I even settled, a third of it to an international fast food chain and another 2/3 to another developer, starting from scratch. That's what you need: knowledge, skills, and tools.
John, that's definitely good work. For many of us, that seems pretty daunting. Where do we start?
Everyone says that to me. They're daunted by it and they have this fear. They believe they can't do it. But really, you know, the key is, it's the starting that stops most people. And remember that, the starting that stops most people. We need to establish goals for ourselves, specific financial goals, and have a structure in place, those knowledge, skills and tools, to enable us to reach those goals.
I knew about goal setting in other areas of my life, but Untold Wealth taught me to set them in financial areas, which has just been so valuable.
John, I know for my wife and I, thanks to Untold Wealth, we now have clear and specific goals. And this has given us huge confidence, clarity, and most importantly, we're empowered.
Empowered's a key word, isn't it, Michael? Because what empowerment does through goals is give you a focus, a clear focus. There's only ever 3 reasons you'd ever buy a property. Firstly, to live in it or use it yourself. Secondly, for income. Or thirdly, and most importantly, for capital growth. And I say most importantly for capital growth because if you want to build wealth, you need to to buy property for capital growth.
Okay, John, so we've got our first property, but one property's not going to do it for us. Where do we go from here?
That's the important thing. You have a structure in place that enables you to acquire either that first home or first investment property. And it's the structure that we focus on. Remember, we set up goals, buying for capital growth, and then we have that structure allowing us to duplicate. Think of it like a franchise system set up all around the world, international or national. They have a small system and they're able to duplicate that, duplicate that, duplicate that. And it's those fundamental principles of structure that enables them to duplicate, duplicate and duplicate. And a lot of corporations have built their wealth purely on those fundamentals.
I'd often thought about buying one property, but Untold Wealth gave me the courage to go in and show me the structure that allowed me to duplicate and to now own 7 properties.
I think the main lesson I've learned from custodian is the ability to duplicate properties instead of just buying one property and sitting on it. It taught me how to duplicate and use capital growth to grow my portfolio.
John, there are a lot of investment opportunities around at the moment.
Why real estate? Principally, Michael, for its security value. A lot of people aren't confident that superannuation is actually going to get them to their goal on retirement. And with shares, they're concerned about the fluctuating value of shares on a daily basis. But real estate, and when I talk about real estate, even if I take the median house price, it doubles in value every 7 to 10 years and has done for decades and decades and decades. Now add that is that growth, that capital growth we spoke about before, to the added dimension of leverageability and tax deductions. Leverage in that I can show you, as I do in Untold Wealth, how you can borrow 110% of the value of a property, and tax deductions, the government will actually give you a tax deduction for investing in property. Real estate agents often talk about position to sell property, because then they can sell property at any time. What I've outlined in Untold Wealth Success from Scratch is that knowledge, skills and tools to be able to do specific homework that you need in order to make every post a winner in your property investment portfolio. Now, rather than position, I like the adage location, land content and timing.
Great thing about Untold Wealth, it's written in plain English, and it really is a great tool and a fantastic way for you to tap in on 20 years experience that John has in this industry as a leader.
How do you see yourself in retirement? Are you planning on enjoying your retirement? Do you want to travel, go on holidays, and be in a position to financially assist the ones you love? The alarming fact is that statistics show 9 out of 10 Australians will retire on an income below the median wage. It's time to invest in yourself. True financial success begins by investing in yourself to take control of your financial future. Introducing Untold Wealth Success from Scratch. Whether you're a complete novice investor or an experienced professional, Untold Wealth puts you in the driver's seat in an easy-to-understand format that makes sense. Order now from Custodian Wealth Builders on 1-800-554-622. And as part of this powerful educational system, you'll receive the exclusive Untold Wealth Success from Scratch 12-part program. You'll begin by learning how to set clear, concise and powerful financial goals. John Fitzgerald, one of Australia's most successful real estate investors, will take you step by step through the innovative 12-part program. You'll learn how to set yourself up for success, become capital focused, understand finance and how to build wealth without using any of your own money. John has bought, sold and developed over 5,000 properties, and now through Untold Wealth he will share with you the knowledge, skills and tools he's gained over the past 20 years. Take advantage of this special offer and will also include the Untold Wealth Success, Untold Wealth Focus and Untold Wealth Accelerated Wealth audio CDs. Phone Custodian Wealth Builders now on 1-800-554-622 and you'll receive the entire Untold Wealth Success from Scratch educational system for only 3 easy payments of $99.66 plus postage and handling. This outstanding system also includes a free copy of John Fitzgerald's Australian bestseller 7 Steps to Wealth and we can be heroes. The Untold Wealth Success from Scratch system is backed by Custodian Wealth Builders' unconditional 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. Give the system a test drive in your own home, and if you're not completely satisfied, simply return it for a full refund of the purchase price. Untold Wealth Success from Scratch is not a get-rich-quick or negative gearing scheme, and you don't need to own your own home to get started. Invest in yourself and take a powerful step on your own personal wealth creation journey, and order now. Phone Custodian Wealth Builders on 1-800-554-622 or check out Untold Wealth Success from Scratch at wealthbuilders.com.au.
The thing that I like dealing with Custodian is that I find that I can actually trust them. It's one of the few organisations around that I think have integrity. I'm happy to deal with them, and I'm happy to recommend them to anyone.
The thing I love about Custodian is their wonderful mentorship program, where you actually have someone who knows a lot more about investment and real estate, guiding you every step of the way. It gives you a lot more confidence and certain understanding, and the ethics are second to none.
Early on in my wealth building, I made a couple of right choices. The first one was mentorship. I chose mentors who had actually built wealth. And that's what I've duplicated in Untold Wealth coaching system. Me mentoring you on your wealth building.
John's the most amazing coach. He brings the best out on you at all levels, spiritual, mental, physical, and the best part of Untold Wealth is create a lot of wealth, but give back, share it. That's what I gain from it all.
The thing I like about Custodian is the process and the people. The people support you in your investment decisions, and I would recommend them highly.
There are lots of courses out there. I've done a lot of them, but I found that Untold Wealth was backed by somebody who had really created wealth for themselves and was willing to give back the information. And all of it was just so valuable.
Think about learning how to play golf. You do need those three things, don't you? You need the knowledge, the skills, and of course the tools. The golf clubs, you're not going far without that. And that's exactly the same in wealth building. You need the knowledge, and you can often get that through reading books, but you also need skills, that is setting goals, where to get information, and the tools, how to acquire that property, how to get that bargain, how to finance, how to structure. For capital growth, it's the land that appreciates, buildings depreciate.
John, this seems like a pretty simple concept. Are you saying we should just buy land?
No, but it's the focus, Michael, because if it's the land that appreciates and the buildings that depreciate, when we acquire an asset, we need to ensure that we have that good land content. Land appreciates, buildings depreciate.
John, if we're looking to buy property as an investment, clearly we'll want something that gives us the largest growth potential. What do we look for?
Oh, good question, Michael. Let me give you a good take-home tip on this, and that's established capital benchmark. And the best way for me to show you is to actually show you one of my investment properties. Let's go and have a look. One of the key principles we talk about in Untold Wealth Success from Scratch is a practical example I'm going to show you now, Michael. This is my home.
Yes.
Owes me $260,000. Paid $130,000 for my land and $130,000 for my building. Now remember, I didn't put a cent of my own money into this, and it doesn't cost me a cent per week.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it?
It sure is.
What's the key to this investment though? My friendly neighbours. They're in $1 million homes right next door to me. And they paid $130,000 for their block of land, but they spent $500,000 or more on their house.
So in Untold Wealth Success from Scratch, when it refers to intrinsic value, this is exactly what it means.
Oh yeah, sure, we could talk about intrinsic value, and you can get the knowledge, but we give you the skills and the tools to identify it for yourself. This is an asset I'd never want to sell. Why would you sell it when you're next door to $1 million homes that are dragging the value of my place up?
Exactly.
I've been fortunate enough to be with Untold Wealth right from the very start. As a matter of fact, this is the first property that I purchased. I bought this property in 1998 for $192,000. Recently, had this property valued at $260,000. Hasn't cost me 1 cent to hold this property right from the start. I've been able to use that equity to duplicate into other assets. I bought this 12 months after my first property. Bought this one for $207,000 and recently have had this valued at $280,000. And it's that growth in all of my assets that I've been able to use to duplicate into many more. I now have 10 investment properties. I'm in an area where there's a large proportion, the majority being owner-occupied. Less than 3% vacancy rate, and the rent that I need to achieve on my assets is really only $240 or $50 per week. That's very affordable for pretty much everyone that rents. They're parts of the criteria that you need to meet to ensure that you can duplicate, duplicate and duplicate.
One of the things that I really like about Untold Wealth, Success from Scratch, is that it uses and incorporates one of the universal laws, to put back. John Fitzgerald has created wealth, but most importantly, he's putting it back. He's also created Toogoolawah schools. Now, these schools are for Australia's disadvantaged youth. Currently, they're in Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland, and they really do need support so that they can continue to grow and continue their fantastic work amongst these disadvantaged youth. Please check them out and support Toogoolawah schools.
I can just add a dimension to what Michael's talking about, because, you know, the wealth journey isn't just an external journey of creating millions of dollars or achieving your financial goal. It's about an internal journey as well. And for me, that added a dimension that I wanted to incorporate into the Untold Wealth system, because I really recognised that that was fundamental to my own personal development, personal growth, personal success.
One of the things that distinguishes Untold Wealth Success from Scratch from anything else in the marketplace is the fact that it gives you the knowledge, the skills and the tools to create wealth. Now, a really good example of this is the fact that it has a psychological profile that helps you assess where you are now, but most importantly, where you want to go. Now, this was developed by one of Australia's leading behavioural therapists. His name is Dr. Ron Farmer, and he's also the head of Toogoolawah Schools.
Over the years I've worked with John Fitzgerald, I've come to see that he really does have a deep understanding of the types of personality that's required to make money. Now, in order to do this, we need to think in a certain way. Each of us have grown up with a certain pattern. By doing these self-evaluation techniques, you can see what that pattern is, and you can see how it needs to change so that you can take these steps towards creating wealth. Now, some people might hesitate at doing this, but I urge them not to, because by getting into it and doing the test, we can see what it is which we need to change within ourselves. Once we can see that, the rest is easy.
Probably the one thing that I take away from Custodian and to tell anyone else is that don't be too scared to have a go. Everyday people can be like us and build wealth. Don't sit back and say I might do it or I might think about doing it. Get out and do it like we have and enjoy building wealth with Custodian.
What I really liked about the Untold Wealth system was that I got into it at an older age. I'd been working in many things and I found that I was just ready for this when it came along. We were looking for some way to make money to improve our lifestyle after retirement. I've enjoyed the integrity of the product. I found that everything that's in it is very strong and has got a good foundation.
As an accountant, when it comes to financial issues, I'm reasonably sceptical. What Untold Wealth has taught me to do is to set goals and try and achieve something greater than what I'm achieving today.
Another key consideration is cash flow. There's an old saying, cash is like oxygen. And you know what happens when you run out of oxygen? It can be all over very quickly. What we teach you in Untold Wealth is how to maximise cash flow. One of the important tips is going to be depreciation, because depreciation will maximise your cash flow in the first 5 to 10 years. Depreciation can only be attained through a proper quantity surveyor's report. But what we do in Untold Wealth is go through how to access that report and how to maximise your depreciation and therefore maximise your cash flow. Structure to duplicate.
Since launching Untold Wealth, the feedback from our clients has been fantastic. And I know personally this is a product that truly has changed my life. I've gone from renting a property and having an investment unit to now moving into $1 million home and having an investment property where the growth in that property has enabled me to get another 2 investment properties. And that's really what this product is about. You know, my bank manager is astounded at the results that I've achieved in the last 12 months. So he's now asking me for advice on how to create wealth.
People have to see it it for themselves. And really, that's the way we're brought up. We're somewhat conservative about achieving our goals and about financial success. What Untold Wealth does in the 12 steps that I've put together is start from scratch, assuming, as Michael and various other testimonials that you've seen today, starting without even the belief that they can achieve their goals. So the first modules are overcoming those, establishing goals, establishing targets, and then working back to where you are today. And that's what the 12 modules are about, working you through a process to achieve your goals.
With over 30 years in real estate as a career, Untold Wealth has helped me first of all to grow my business, motivate my staff, and help in my own personal development. I couldn't more highly recommend Untold Wealth.
What I learned from Untold Wealth was to create an A-team. So I found two other people that were like-minded, that had something to offer. We got together and started looking for opportunities out there. We found a block of land, we put an option on that block of land. Our initial outlay was $10,000. Within 2 years we closed the deal and we made $600,000. And that's what Untold Wealth teaches you. It teaches you to look out for the opportunities and take action.
Untold Wealth's been absolutely fantastic for me. I found that at any age, and look at me, a grandma, I found that I've gone from one property in 4 years to now owning 7. It's something that I urge you to investigate because it's not only educational, it's just the greatest fun.
What I've found with Custodian is that taking a proven structure, it makes it so easy simply to duplicate my wealth.
The thing that I really like about Custodian Wealth Builders is the integrity that they have in business. Nowhere along our whole journey of wealth creation have we come across any point in time where we've doubted the process or doubted what they've told us as being in our best interest.
You know, there's a great old saying that I love. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. And the difference perhaps between you and the testimonials that you've seen is purely the fact that they've set themselves goals above where they are today, their expectations. What they did about it was enroll themselves in the Untold Wealth Success from Scratch package and then start to work through the 12 modules. They took on the knowledge, skills and tools to achieve their financial goals, and they're doing something about it. But better than that, they're actually enrolling themselves in the system and they're creating a legacy for their children as well. They're starting to educate their children on the same principles because you can do it at any age. And anyone can do it. I really commend it to you. You can do this.
John once said to me, Quinny, you've got to choose to be wealthy. Make that choice for yourself. Call Custodian Wealth Builders right now on 1-800-554-622 and test drive Untold Wealth for yourself. Take us up on our full 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee and get this phenomenal educational system in your home. You'll be glad you did.
How do you see yourself in retirement? Are you planning on enjoying your retirement? Do you want to travel, go on holidays, and be in a position to financially assist the ones you love? The alarming fact is that statistics show 9 out of 10 Australians will retire on an income below the median wage. It's time to invest in yourself. True financial success begins by investing in yourself to take control of your financial future. Introducing Untold Wealth Success from Scratch. Whether you're a complete novice investor or an experienced professional, Untold Wealth puts you in the driver's seat in an easy-to-understand format that makes sense. Order now from Custodian Wealth Builders on 1-800-554-622. And as part of this powerful educational system, you'll receive the exclusive Untold Wealth Success from Scratch 12-part program. You'll begin by learning how to set clear, concise and powerful financial goals. John Fitzgerald, one of Australia's most successful real estate investors, will take you step by step through the innovative 12-part program. You'll learn how to set yourself up for success, become capital focused, understand finance and how to build wealth without using any of your own money. John has bought, sold and developed over 5,000 properties, and now through Untold Wealth he will share with you the knowledge, skills and tools he's gained over the past 20 years. Take advantage of this special offer and will also include the Untold Wealth Success, Untold Wealth Focus and Untold Wealth Accelerated Wealth audio CDs. Phone Custodian Wealth Builders now on 1-800-554-622 and you'll receive the entire Untold Wealth Success from Scratch educational system for only 3 easy payments of $99.66 plus postage and handling. This outstanding system also includes a free copy of John Fitzgerald's Australian bestseller 7 Steps to Wealth and We Can Be Heroes. The Untold Wealth Success from Scratch system is backed by Custodian Wealth Builders' unconditional 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. Give the system a test drive in your own home, and if you're not completely satisfied, simply return it for a full refund of the purchase price. Untold Wealth Success from Scratch is not a get-rich-quick or negative gearing scheme, and you don't need to own your own home to get started. Invest in yourself and take a powerful step on your own personal wealth creation journey and order now. Phone Custodian Wealth Builders on 1-800-554-622 or check out Untold Wealth Success from Scratch at wealthbuilders.com.au.
Hello, my name is Wayne Hamburger and I am the Business Development Manager for InvestLane. InvestLane is a finance brokerage firm owned by John Fitzgerald and we are an integral part of the Custodian Wealth Builders Group. We are accredited with over 30 different lenders Australia-wide and we specialise in residential investment properties. Each one of our finance managers has completed the Untold Wealth kit and we've read all of John's books. We understand the need to duplicate and we understand investment properties. Please give us a call on 1-800-999-028 or visit our website www.investlane.com.au.
This has been a paid program, proudly brought to you by Custodian Wealth Builders.
Hi, I'm Michael Quinn from Custodian Wealth Builders. I'm at Toogoolawah. It means a place in the heart, and this is a really special school. Each week in Australia, over 1,000 youth drop out of the school system for a variety of different reasons. Please phone the number you see on the screen and check out Toogoolawah. Make a tax-deductible donation and make a difference. This is a special school and it's helping Australians' youth. Currently, Toogoolawah is in Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland, and they want to expand. Get behind Toogoolawah, check it out, make a difference. Check us out on the web or ring the number on your screen now.
You've seen a lot of home improvement shows, but nothing like this. 8:30 tonight, America's hottest new series hits Australia. It's not just a renovation show, it's a transformation show. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, 8:30 tonight.
So fresh, the hits of spring. 20 fresh hits with Evanescence and Justin Timberlake. There's Milton Goodrum, Ja Rule and heaps more. It doesn't get any fresher than So Fresh, the hits of spring.
Want to win the ultimate long weekend? Then go online and win this fabulous prize with Dodo Internet. It's the ultimate weekend on the Gold Coast with flights, accommodation at SeaWorld Nara Resort, entry to major parks like SeaWorld, Warner Brothers Movie World and Wet n Wild Water World, plus hot passes to the Indy. Now that's the ultimate prize. So go to the Dodo Internet website for all the competition details. That's www.dodo.com.au. The Dodo Internet Ultimate Long Weekend. You'd be crazy to miss out.
Southern Phone for cheap long distance. Community owned. Just bank the difference. Find out more. Just call 13 14 64.
Join Southern Phone right now and we'll give you $20 worth of free calls. So not only will you have cheap Southern Phone rates, but the first $20 worth of calls you make are free.
Just call 13 14 64. Ignition.
Fresh! So fresh! Fresh! So fresh!
Club, you sound the rush.
Get so fresh! The hits of spring!
Lying in prone position.
Think you're gonna see a bigger show than this?
You're dreaming!
Tuesday, the smooth Tony Bennett and Katie Lang, Weird Al Yankovic, and the next big Aussie things, Jet, a rock and road live, 9:30 Tuesday on 10.
You want to join the world of lifelong learners or wish to accelerate your career? Start learning now with CompuSchool, an online training website with more than 500 courses, and learn at your own pace from as low as $79.95. So log on to www.compuschool.com.au.
When dinner's over, the fun begins. In just seconds, your dining room table can be transformed into a hotshot sports hockey rink. Just set up the posts and grab the paddles. The amazing hover puck floats on a cushion of air. Shoot, rebound, score. Hotshot sports technology features powerful internal fans that create frictionless lift. It's non-stop action. Hotshot sports hockey. Portable air-powered play with super easy setup. Get in the game.
Want to win the ultimate long weekend? Then go online and win this fabulous prize with Dodo Internet. It's the ultimate weekend on the Gold Coast with flights, accommodation at SeaWorld Nara Resort, entry to major parks like SeaWorld, Warner Brothers Movie World and Wet n Wild Water World, plus hot passes to the Indy. Now that's the ultimate prize. So go to the Dodo Internet website for all the competition details. That's www.dodo.com.au. The Dodo Internet Ultimate Long Weekend. You'd be crazy to miss out.
At TurboGlide, we tune your diesel to utmost performance and power. We also install our own renowned TurboGlide system incorporating the Garrett turbocharger. We have 2 computerized chassis dynos, expert technicians, experience, and the reputation as Australia's diesel specialist.
If you've experienced depression, you're just another face in the crowd. And it's probably not until somebody close to you takes notice that you might think about getting help. So if you know somebody who you think might be depressed, don't walk away. Take notice, get involved. You just might be opening the door to recovery. Hey.
Beyond Blue, opening our eyes to depression.
Let me show you who I really am. I get serious sometimes. Well, you know, if you're gonna make a point, you better make it, right?
Natural Necessity Surf Shop has the most massive range of surfwear in Australia. There's over 5,000 ladies' clothes in stock and a spectacular range of ladies and girls surf fashion. You'll discover mega men's shorts and shirts, huge range of shoes, heaps of skateboards. You'll find the lighter and stronger new technology surfboards, the wetsuit experts, plus the biggest man-to bodyboard dealership in the Pacific. You can check out the in-house Perfect Break Cafe and Ice Creamery, buying great coffee, juices and fast, healthy, delicious food. Natural Necessity Surf Shop in Gerringong. 7 days 9 to 5 and Thursdays late. Definitely worth the drive.
You want to join the world of lifelong learners or wish to accelerate your career? Start learning now with CompuSchool, an online training website with more than 500 courses, and learn at your own pace from as low as $79.95. So log on to www.compuschool.com.au.
Now look at that. I've never...
This is Linkin Park. Meteora, the rock album of the year. Awaken your senses. Linkin Park.
I need a filter for my motor.
Have you got a disc brake rotor?
Auto Pro. We've got seat covers, tools and clamps, gaskets, oils, mats and ramps. For great prices, we're the chance. Auto Pro.
I'd like a fancy new sunshade.
Auto Pro.
I'll grab a set of wiper blades.
Auto Pro.
I want a brand new regulator, an electric alternator, and can you fix my radiator?
Auto Pro. We've got all the answers. Auto Pro. Auto Pro.
Want to win the ultimate long weekend? Then go online and win this fabulous prize with Dodo Internet. It's the ultimate weekend on the Gold Coast with flights, accommodation at SeaWorld Nara Resort, entry to major parks like SeaWorld, Warner Brothers Movie World and Wet n Wild Water World, plus hot passes to the Indy. Now that's the ultimate prize. So go to the Dodo Internet website for all the competition details. That's www.dodo.com.au. The Dodo Internet Ultimate Long Weekend. You'd be crazy to miss out.
When your clothes look this good, you just know you're going to feel good. Cura Dry Cleaners, because the difference shows.
It takes more than 3,000 kilos of premium whole potatoes, hundreds of fresh vegetable growers, a fleet of deep-sea prawn trawlers, scores of Australia's leading cattlemen, over 40 restaurants Australia-wide, and only 18 hours to cook the most delicious steak meal in the country. Hogs breath prime rib.
But you won't have to wait that long, because we do all that every day. You hungry?
I'm going to show you a...
This program proudly brought to you by Kellogg's Cocoa Pops, Barbie of Swan Lake, and new Chocanella Berry Yogurt.
Bart are with us today, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going to teach us how to get off our rears, bums and or butts.
Bottoms. That's what we meant to say. Let's come and meet our guest. That's right, we're trying to get everyone choosers to get off your bums this week, because Ryan, if you look at him, he's a terrible specimen of a male. Go and have a seat over there. There's Bart. G'day, fellas. Jay, nice to meet you. Hey, thanks, boys.
There's a dog down there. Have a look, there's a dog.
Little wing dog.
Hello there. Hey, Bart. How are you? I'm Ryan. G'day. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Right, now, Bart, I think you better tell us all what it is you do, champ.
We ski down hills. The stupid thing about us skiing down hills is that I can't see and Nathan can't talk.
That's right.
He can only yell.
So there are some disadvantages.
So basically, he directs you by yelling at you and you follow his voice.
That's right, yeah.
Can you give us a demonstration when we come back? So you take us to the cartoon by shouting, go on.
I'll give it a go.
Here's Beyblades.
Here's Beyblades.
Nice.
What's it take to get to the top? Tonight, our Aussie Idol finalists are about to find out when American Idol winner Kelly Clarkson goes off before one of them has to go home. A special Idol live verdict, 7:30 tonight on 10.
They call a lot of littles because they're little and there's lots. All the little secret fairground fun bus. Besides, there's a merry-go-round. And a real Ferris wheel. These bunnies hop the train. Kitties swing and puppies find places to hide. New Lotto Little Secret Fairground Fun Bus comes with everything here.
Everyone plays Monopoly, and now there's Monopoly Junior. Here's your pocket money for the fun fair. Play the video games, jump into the haunted house, or try your luck at the dungeons. Or the water slide. Monopoly Junior from Parker Brothers.
They look like babies.
Big baby pop, just lick the pop, big boom, shake it, then suck it.
Can you handle a new super sour baby pop?
Baby pop,
just lick the pop.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Try it.
The flatball invasion approaches pilot.
Flatball! First it's a disc, then it's a ball! And now it's even more fun with wild new colours and designs. Throw the disc, catch the ball! New Flatball and Flatball Junior, out now!
ready for action? Wanna skip to the beat? Then jump, jump, jump it! If the sun don't shine, stay on your feet and jump, jump, jump it! So easy to use and versatile. It's fun and funky, hey, just don't stop! Jump, jump, jump it! Come on, jump, jump, jump it! Do it solo, or get the whole team! Jump dancers, it's a dream! Jump, jump, jump it!
Jump dancer! Get the beat! If you've experienced depression, you're just another face in the crowd. And it's probably not until somebody close to you takes notice that you might think about getting help. So if you know somebody who you think might be depressed, don't walk away. Take notice, get involved. You just might be opening the door to recovery. Hey.
Beyond Blue. Opening our eyes to depression.
Wind never turned left.
And now Justin Leonard, who bogeyed the third, birdied the fifth here, even par for the day, and 3 under for the Grand Slam, 6 behind Tiger.
Only 93 yards, difficult little lie. Justin's a master at these kind of shots.
Well, Tiger Woods is 3 under for the day, 9 under for the Grand Slam, and has put himself in eagle range here at number 6. He birdied this hole yesterday. And he'll have an eagle run when we come back to the Grand Slam here on TNT.
Is coming and the battle begins here. Australia, England, and Sri Lanka. The VB One Day International Series starts December 13, live and exclusive to Wynn's Wide World of Sports.
It was 11 o'clock at night. It was dark. All of a sudden we got hit by a big wave on the back of the boat. I was thrown overboard. Then I've realised I've still got a torch in my hand.
New Ever-Ready Dolphin, now with a handy work stand.
My Dolphin saved my life.
It's powerful and built to go anywhere. The Inspiron 2650 from Dell. For entertainment on the go, wherever you go. It comes with the mobile Intel Pentium 4 processor, 1.7 GHz amp, graphics card, CD-ROM and 56K modem. Don't go past the Inspiron 2650, delivered to your door for only $2,399. Super value. Call 13 35 56. Mate, you gotta get a Dell.
Do you suffer from the burning pain of heartburn? Try Gaviscon. It can last up to 3 times longer than some antacids.
Cooling, soothing Gaviscon can last and last up to 3 times longer than some antacids.
That's better.
Australian cheese. Better buy Bega.
And we welcome you back to the Hyatt Regency Kauai Resort and Spa on the island of Kauai. Well, it has been a splendid week for us here as it continues with day 2 of the PGA Grand Slam of Golf, the second and final day, and you can see the weather conditions ever changing. Some raindrops on the lens as they play number 6. Tiger with an eagle opportunity, albeit a lengthy one here at the par 5-6.
Coming up over a slope, should move from his right to his left, shouldn't it, Bill?
Right at the beginning, Lanny, it's going to move a good bit from his right to left, and then it kind of goes through a little low area, a little saddle, and then you have enough coming off that front left bunker that it's going to kind of straighten it out right at the end.
Get a putt like this, Ernie, and you're just thinking 2-putt and get my speed right. I want my speed right. He knows if he does that, then he's going to have a very simple effort for birdie. See it swinging left like Billy described.
Bite.
A little more work than he would have liked.
That remaining for his birdie here. He was 4 under through 6 in round 1. He can match that with a birdie here. Now, most Grand Slam victories, Tiger's got 4. In fact, 4 in a row after finishing second to Ernie Els in '97 here.
Well, the amazing thing is that he's been here 5, 6 straight years. That's just incredible. Win a major championship at least one that many years in a row.
Toughest event in the world to qualify for. Now Davis Love the third.
Pretty makeable chip here, Jay.
Davis has the pin out, which means he's trying to make this chip.
And there you go.
Good call, Cubby.
I'm going to get out Justin's way.
Let's both get out of his way.
Davis's second birdie here on the front. And now Justin Leonard.
Also with the pin out, trying to hold this. As a player, you do not take the pin out unless you're thinking about making the chip.
And chipping it will take some of the break out of it.
That's awful.
Justin did a little amateur mistake there, just looked straight up and didn't even hit it solid. Just a simple little chip. Shows it happens to the best of us.
Terrible.
You know, really, Lanny, though, most amateurs should putt from a situation like that because it's not a situation where you're really thinking of making it many, but certainly a bad putt's always better than a bad chip.
Now Rich Beam, and this for par to stay at 2 under.
Yeah, it's the mediocre pitch shot.
A scrambling par 5 here at number 6 for the Beamer.
Nice to see him have his putter working a little better today.
Thanks, Davis.
He is a crowd pleaser. He's going with the shoes again, the same ones as yesterday. Got the Hawaiian shirt. He has changed them. He had that Hawaiian motif driver, which is not in the bag today.
So much fun.
Tiger to try to go 4 under for the day.
Well, Andy, you know he was watching it as it went by the cup, so he knows exactly what it's going to do.
And the greens are in wonderful shape. You can just see how smoothly that ball rolled. And that putt went in with a lot of authority.
He's got it to double digits, 10 under par. He already has the 36-hole record of 12 under, and that is in serious jeopardy. Tiger on the prowl on Kauai. We have moved to the par 3 7th, playing 149 yards today. Same day coverage of the PGA Grand Slam of Golf. Tiger Woods up by 7. And sun has turned to clouds and some rain out there. How bad is it out there, guys?
Well, the wind's starting to pick up just a little bit, and the mist. Certainly a lot more difficult than Tiger with an 8-iron and another gorgeous-looking iron shot.
Oh, what a shot. This thing is cut 4 from the right edge over the water. Water's been playing the whole way in. Even though he has a 7-shot lead, not backing off one bit.
Yes, the weather wreaking havoc with Tiger's touch. The par 3 7. He birdied that one yesterday, too. And in fact, last year, en route to a 65 in the second round, he birdied 5 of the first 7 and has a chance to do that again today.
Oh, God.
Little 3/4 7-iron Davis left trying to take it left to right. Not what he's looking for at this stage of the game. He's going flag hunting.
Bobby, is the wind kind of consistent out there? Is it gusty?
It's very gusty, Lanny. This little front here is pushing through. Some level 1 and 2 rain showers, and it's very gusty right now. Very tough conditions.
And that makes this shot even tougher than it would be normally, Ernie, because with a gusty wind, you really can never make up your mind what you want to do and the trajectory you want to hit before you strike the shot.
Man, there was 7 iron left club there for Justin.
I have no idea.
That's the voice of Amanda Leonard, Justin's wife. Enjoying the little Hawaiian blessing that we're having right now.
Now here is Rich Beam. Even par 72 on day 1. Birdied the first and second here today.
Well, Rich with the 7 iron.
The wind's blowing this hard, this one you really need to keep down out of the wind if at all possible. That one's wet. Almost bet that swing.
Get up!
It's bouncing around back there. From that groan,
I would think it just got baptized.
Well, not only do we have Billy Kratzer and Bobby Clampett as our on-course reporters, apparently Amanda Leonard making her debut as an on-course reporter. Let's go back down to Bobby.
Thank you, AJ. And Amanda, you got to explain yourself. You're really a tennis player, not a golfer, so that's a little bit different when I ask you a tough question like that in golf.
Yeah, exactly. I've watched all year and I love watching, but I have no idea about the clubs. I'm a driver and a putter.
But you do have a lot of idea about being here at the Hyatt at Waikou Bay and enjoying the great facilities here.
Oh, I love it. We both love it. It's perfect for the end of the season. Such an honor to be here, and it's so relaxing, which Justin needs.
What's your favorite part of being here?
We love just opening all the doors from our room and sitting out on the balcony or going down to the beach and just listening to the ocean and reading and just relaxing. We've taken a walk on the beach each night and just sat there and watched everyone body surf, and it's so fun.
It's a place unlike any other. Amanda, thanks for joining us. Back to you, EJ.
Thank you, Bobby. It is indeed. And now to Rich Beam, who dropped and now has this for his bogey.
Well, Andy, I know you like to play quick, but at this stage right here, if you didn't think Beam could pick up the pace, he has.
I doubt he went to the other side to look at this putt.
No, he did not.
Nice effort, but double bogey for Rich here, and really now we'll just be fighting to not finish last.
Five on the card, drops him back to even. Don't jump in there, Rich.
Yeah, his didn't break a ton at the hole. You got more of the slow people.
Davis loves surveying his birdie putt here to try to get him to 3 under.
And he's
just to that pile of dirt.
Another one of those big swingers left to right with the grain going left to right. Lanny, I've always felt that left to right putts are much more difficult to make than right to left.
I think for right-handed players, no question, Bobby. It's tough because you need to point yourself up the slope, and it's very difficult to do. It gets you off the line that you're looking at.
Break, ball. Goodness gracious.
And I think most players tend to underread the left to right breaking putts, and they miss them on the low side.
Exactly. That's the thing about when you miss hit a right to left breaking putt, sometimes you can die it in the hole. Miss hit left to right putts never go in.
Thank you.
And one of the best I've seen is Hale Owen, and Hale also putts with an open stance, which I think helps him putt up the hill on left to right breaking putts, and he tends to make a lot of those.
Now Justin Leonard, who began the day at 3 under, and he's right there, 7 behind the surging Tiger Woods.
And this is where he had trouble yesterday on this green, going up into the green.
Good example right there. See how square Justin lined up on that putt, moving left to right. Never got his body facing up the hill to hit it into the slope.
And Tiger Woods with a chance now to go to 11 under. Tiger, of course, chasing Jack Nicklaus for the all-time lead in major championships. Tiger has 8. His thoughts?
Oh, yeah. That's something that I've always thought about.
but it's also something that I understand is going to take a long time. As I said, just like the slam, you take it one at a time. And it's probably not something that's going to happen for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, whatever it may be. It's going to take a long time.
How long do you think it'll take, Lanny?
Well, it's not going to take 30 years, that's for sure. If it does, he's going to prove himself to be the finest athlete that's ever walked the face of the earth.
This putt for birdie, maybe just a hint of right to left in it. Going with the grain.
Oh, man, he is 11 under.
Thank you.
5 under through 7 on the day. A stroke away from his already record 12 under through 36. It's getting scary here, folks. We'll be back.
Presenting Sunsilk Nutrients in 4 fabulous varieties for a new level of natural performance. With natural fruit extracts, Sunsilk Nutrients will deliver a burst of vitamins and bring out the natural shine in your hair. Try new Sunsilk Nutrients.
In yo, and claiming we will go. In yo, in half the time you know. From a chore you hate to a chore you love, all you need is water. And the in-yo club. No more dust, not so sleazy. No more dirt, not so crazy. No more crime, save money and time. And for what it's worth, you save the earth.
And yet, the future is on your hands.
If you're over 55 and don't work full-time, we challenge you to compare your current home and contents insurance policy with Australian pensioners insurance agencies. Australian pensioners charge you no extra to pay your premium by the month. Are you paying extra? We have new for old replacement on contents regardless of age, plus accidental glass breakage at no extra cost.
Are you paying extra?
Phone Australian pensioners and stop paying extra for your home and contents insurance now.
Australian Pensioners Insurance Agency. Call 132 555.
More and more people are coming home to Fujitsu Company. It's Australia's favourite area.
Everyone wants to save money on their phone bill, right? Well, now you can with a rewards package from Telstra. You can package your home phone and mobile and save 5% on eligible calls. Or package your home phone and internet and save 5% on eligible calls and internet charges. Package all 3 and you'll get a massive 10% off